I came to the United States and I ended up in Georgia, in a very rural South, full of still racism at that time, right in the Bible Belt. And I grew up actually, especially in high school, dealing with a lot of racism. The National Asian Pacific American Women's Forum, or short for NAPAWF, mission is to develop a movement to advance social justice and human rights for women and girls. Women and girls obviously don't live in a society all on our own. Right? We live in families, we live in communities, we live in our country, and we live in the world. We're all interconnected. And when we fight to advance social justice and human rights for API women and girls, we are advancing the human rights and social justice for everyone. We work on issues that impact our whole community. We need a place that's intentional about making sure that those voices don't get lost. The most pivotal thing that really inspires me to continue my work is my experience as an immigrant, developed around human justice. As a mother, making sure that my daughter really is able to grow up in a society that really values who she is. An empowered woman today is a woman who can actually take action for herself. There's a couple people that really inspire me. The first one is my father. He inspires me because he actually sacrificed everything. He grew up in Korea very poor. And he risked everything to come to the United States. He gave up his dream of being a student to be able to work and take care of us and provide for us. The work that I've done to really advance and for us to win policy issues on a national level and a federal level greatly impacts our whole community, and therefore impacts API women and girls. I've worked in the immigrant rights movement to ensure immigration reform and immigrants are treated humanely. I've worked to empower or work on healthcare to make sure that people have access to healthcare. I've worked to ensure that in this country that women in particular, but everybody really has access to a safety net that we call Social Security. All my work in particular has been focused on building the capacity of individual people and individual organizations on the ground so that we are continuously building our social justice movement for decades and 100 years to come. Nobody said doing social justice was easy, right? And especially nowadays, for me, as a working mom with 2 young kids, it not only means balance, but it also means sacrifice. Doing this kind of work, to advance civil and human rights, doesn't happen tomorrow. It doesn't even happen 5 days from now. It doesn't necessarily happen in months or even years. It's really long, steady, continuously chipping away at that rock that really sets us up for wins and real change. I'm a driving force to advance social justice and human rights for Asian American women and girls.